What's up, y'all? Alex Thompson here, coming at you live with another Sports Talk video for y'all. I just want to say thanks to everyone for watching my latest video. It has over 770 views. I am so blessed to be able to, make these videos for you guys and for you to watch them, and I'm just so honored, so I really appreciate that. So, happy Thursday. In case you didn't know, today was the start of March Madness, which is the NCAA Collegiate Basketball Championship. Today I'm going to be talking about a few things about the tournament. I'm going to be talking about a couple upsets that I've chosen in the first round, my Final Four and who I think can make the Final Four, and then my prediction for the championship and who's going to win. So already a couple upsets happening this morning already. The first one is Minnesota beat Louisville at the 10 seed over a 7 seed. I did not see this coming. I thought Louisville would have won just because they are in the ACC and that has more talent in the basketball realm. But hey, March Madness, the madness has already happened, baby. I love it. My upsets that I have chosen, I've chose Liberty over Mississippi State. I chose Belmont over Maryland just due to Belmont's defense. And I also have Arizona State over Buffalo because ASU just got into a tournament. They're really hyped. They have almost like a little fire under their booties. Perform well, and I think they're going to win that game. Over Oregon over Wisconsin, just due to the fact that Oregon just won the Pac-12 tournament, and they just beat a very hot UW team. Sorry, UW fans, but Oregon got you this time. And then finally, I have Seton Hall over Warford. Due to just Seton Hall having more tournament experience, I see them more in the tournament than I do see Wofford. And if I do see Wofford, they're always losing. So those are just some of the minor upsets I have in the first round. There's going to be more upsets, obviously, because no one can predict 100% of all the upsets that happen in this game just because there are 64 teams and there's so many possibilities. Moving on to the Final Four now. So my Final Four that I have chosen Duke, I have chosen Gonzaga, I have chosen Tennessee, and then I have also chose UNC. I was iffy about Tennessee. I thought about choosing Nova just because they're the defending champs, but they're a 6 seed and there's some great teams in that top region that they are in. Virginia's also in there. Virginia would be a great choice, but I decided to choose Tennessee. So one of the reasons why I chose Duke to be in the Final Four is that they have 3 to 4 players. You have Zion Williamson, a lot of talk about him, a lot of hype. You have Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett. You have at least 3 guys, top-tier guys who are going to go into the NBA draft this year, and they're going to be picks 1 through 5. Like, these dudes are so talented. Their ceiling is above my ceiling and into the sky, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. And then they actually have the number 6 defense. Like, Duke actually has defense this year, and they never have defense, and that's why they always lose early on. So I think that they're going to the Final Four. They're going to just move through that division they're in. The only team that I see them being upset by is Michigan, just because Michigan has a great coach, a lot of great guys, but you can't beat the athleticism of that team. Moving on to Gonzaga now. Shout out Spokane one time. Just their experience. Like 2 years ago, they just lost against UNC in the national championship. Mark Few's a great coach, very experienced, actually knows how the tournament works there, and I think he's acquired a lot of great talent to do well in the tournament, because everyone knows Gonzaga always loses in the tournament, but I think this might be the year. Never know, though. They're a very balanced team, can shoot the ball very well, can score inside, shoot that mid-range, a lot of great ball movement, and there's a lot of guys who can score on ISO, so the offense doesn't have to rely on just one person, but there's like 3 or 4 guys who can kind of get hot and spark that ignition for their offense. Just more athletic. When they were in the championship a couple years ago, they had Krasinski, now they have Roy Hachimura. This dude is going to be an NBA draft lottery pick. This dude, great skill player. Inside the presence is huge, and so I think that Gonzaga is going to make it to the Final Four. Moving on to Tennessee, I have them going to the Final Four just because they've had a lot of great performances over their season. They have a lot of big wins. They beat Gonzaga when they were number 1 ranked, when GU was number 1 ranked. Kentucky, they beat Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Florida University. Like, they've beaten a lot of good teams, and I think that they are going to carry that momentum, in a sense, into the tournament. Obviously, a tournament is a whole new you're wiping the slate clean in a sense with your record, and you're 0-0 and you're trying to get to that 6-0 to win the championship. Also, they have an experienced coach. I'm not really sure what his name is, but he won their Final Four bid in 2002, so it's been a few years. Okay, maybe not a few, but multiple years since they've done that. But this team is really good. They have a great player who can be AP All-American in Grant Williams. So watch out for Tennessee. A lot of few teams coming out of that top right region. Virginia, like I mentioned, Villanova, number 6 seed, defending champs. So watch out for them. I believe Purdue is also in that area. So watch out for Tennessee to have kind of a bit of a struggle path. The fourth and final bid is going to go to UNC. Talented youth. A few years ago, like I mentioned, they've already won a championship with like 3 or 4 of those guys on the starting lineup and maybe one on the bench. A lot of talented youth coming in who can shoot the ball very well, very athletic. They are very three-point oriented this year, which has been different in the past. They're shooting 37.3%, which is pretty good still in college, especially since the game is going towards more threes. So just watch out for their 3 points. Experienced coach, so that always helps. They're also battle-tested as well. They beat Gonzaga, beat Florida State. They beat Duke twice, but only once without Zion Williamson because of his injury, and Louisville. But Louisville's out, so bye-bye. Those are my Final Four picks. Now, let's get into the cheesy stuff, shall we? The championship. Here's my championship. So you guys ready? All right, here we go. I got Gonzaga University beating Duke again. Shout out. And I also have UNC championship. They are going to beat Kentucky, but UNC is in there too. Now, this is a revenge game. Now, remember, 2 years ago, UNC and Gonzaga in this. But we're going to flip it up a little bit. We're going to say Gonzaga's going to win this year. Repeat, Gonzaga's going to win this year. Final score, 69-63. Very close game, but just like a few years ago. And it's going to come down to the wire, I think, is going to do it. So GU gets its revenge against UNC. I think Gonzaga will win for several different reasons. Let me list them out for you. 1, Mark Few, like I said, Mark Few has already acquired some great talent. You got a lot of older guys coming to, get this championship. So you have an elite defender in Brandon Clark. He is leading the NCAA in blocks per game, and I think he is a defender. Brandon Clark is an elite defender who can guard any guy on the court because he's very agile and quick. Next, you have NBA lottery draft pick Roy Hachimura. He can score on ISO, so it's not just one guy or him scoring. It's a bunch of guys. This dude can grab boards. He great hands-up defense, box out great. Yeah, so Roy, watch out for him. Very talented. Next, we're going on to Norville. Great three-point shooter. Can get this offense hot in a second. Yes, he ain't no J.R. Smith, but he's close. And then also you have Tilly coming back from injury. This dude got injured in the WCC tournament, and he could not be in that WCC championship, and that's why I think Gonzaga lost to St. Mary's. But he's coming back, got some rest in him, going to be able to score and help out the team. So, I haven't really chosen Gonzaga before to really win it just because I've known, and I've lived in Spokane a few years, that Gonzaga always gets beat out of the tournament early. Always. So I never choose them. I live in Spokane, and I never choose them. But this year, I have them winning. This is probably one of the best rosters I've seen on Gonzaga in a long time. So I have them winning it. So, championship, Gonzaga versus UNC. Gonzaga's going to win 69-63. I'm out of here. I'm going to go watch all these games, and I'm going to give you more videos about March Madness because it's the madness. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share us with your friends. More stats, more analytics on the way. So thanks for watching. I'm out of here. And I'm stepping off Ferrari.